Whoa, look at... Oh my god, I just realized, look at
Well,
this.
you're obviously alive. She's not like living totally normal life, I would say. Okay, I like her character now. I love the psychology stuff she's doing. Oh my god, this is so... Oh wow.
That actually creeped me out, I just realized it.
I have a feeling like this guy have just some like mental problems or something. Okay, that's... Okay. What if there's like a corpse inside his house? Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Phenomeno. Yep, so... It was very good start. It was pretty solid start, and... I wonder. We'll see. We'll see in the next this episode. Let's not waste any more time. Let's just go to this, because I wonder if this girl is real. Is she a ghost? Is she someone else? Is she someone who actually exists, who will help us? Who will drove us insane? What will happen? I don't know. I really can't predict, but a lot of weird stuff is happening, so let's just go. Let's go to the episode. Leave up a like if you like the episode, dislike if you dislike it, and maybe subscribe as well for more content like this. And yeah, let's just go. Outside the big glass window to the store, inside the fern ticket that seems to have been planted to cover the store, was a girl dressed in full black. She wore a black long coat, even though it was spring, and her long hair that stretched down her back, and her skirt and her boots were also pure black. Yet her skin was abnormally white, and she was crouched in the darkness, so it looked like only her face was floating. What is she doing? She was standing in the middle of the tickets and almost pressing her face against the glass as she stared into the store. It was so creepy. I was about to back off. Ooh! Whoa! Alright. Alright. Let me just... Actually, let me just put my camera off for a second here. Okay. Actually, I will do this again as well. Let's save it. Okay. Sorry about that. This is interesting. I like a design. I really like this design. But then she slowly turned to face me. Her face was shockingly white, and the face was perfectly aligned. She was so perfect that I felt like saying she must be been a construct, like a giant biscuit doll that had accidentally been left there. That's the impression she gave. A night-colored girl. Unexpectedly, those words popped into my head. Ooh. Those were the colors of the girl's eyes. Maybe it was because the lightning, but it felt like an inordinately large proportion of her eyes were taken by her irises, and that under her long eyelashes they seemed to have a jet black glimmer. I like the close-ups like this. Yeah, very good, cool. Wait, why it's not working for me? Once again. Wait, what? Huh. Oh, okay, that's fine.
Whoa, look at... Oh my god, I just realized, look at this.
That's creepy, kinda. You can see her like... So, she's not a ghost. Obviously, you have a reflection, but this reflection is creepy. Look at this. There's like a faint reflection in the store of the window. I mean the window store. So she's not a ghost, like definitely, because yeah, she wouldn't have like any mirror here, but yeah. She's cool. Those were the colors of the girl's eye. Maybe it was because of lightning. Oh yeah, we had that already. Below her striped cat, front hair, they shone a dark color as she gazed upon me. Are you? My mouth not really spoke. Yoishi? The girl silently nodded. Oh shit. Oh. Yoishi isn't a living person. Those that meet Yoishi die 7 days later. Offline meeting that Yoishi attends and in terror. Hello? Well, you're obviously alive. You don't seem like dead to me. Yeah, pretty much alive. I don't see how she looks dead to anyone. She just looks kinda like having hard time, I guess. I don't know, maybe she like escaped home or something. She's like some shut in probably or something. Like maybe she's like only living in the internet. Some kind of like this kind of character, you know? I don't know, it's weird. But overall I like her. I like this, like, this is kind of, I don't know, this is like kind of eerie, but also awesome at the same time. I like how messy her hair is here. Like you can see, like this, like it's not perfect. It's just like a little like, you know, imperfections here. A little bit messy hair. What I felt earlier floated around my head as I stared at the girl in front of me. 7 glasses were laid out in the table in front of Yoichi, ranging from iced coffee to cola to orange juice to Japanese tea, creating her own drinking bar. Aren't you supposed to just take one at a time? I said to her in an exasperated tone, but she replied, as long as I drink everything, there should be no problem. And she kept her eyes on the glasses as she drank one after another. Interesting, weird. She drank orange juice, then iced coffee, and then warm Japanese tea cola. And she faithfully repeated the order a number of times, sometimes adding her rooibos tea, and black tea and melon soda as an accent. I didn't know if there was meaning to the order, but she did it. But when she did it, it felt like some sort of traditional religious ritual, which was odd. I took a look again at the girl who went by Yoichi. She was probably still in high school. I realized when looking at her under a brightened condition that she had immense beauty. Like I said, she looks cool, but a bit terrifying and messy. And she's very thin. Like, she's almost like she have like no nourishment? Didn't eat enough. You can see like her hand right now when she's like in like full posture. You can see like her hands. Just look at this. They're like almost like skeleton. She's very thin. I'm feeling like there's something off. There's definitely something off with her. She's not like living totally normal life, I would say. However, the problem was her eyes. Those eyes that seems like glass beads, seems to be looking somewhere and yet also seems to be looking nowhere. It felt as she did not share the same world, creating a social barrier about her. Yeah, it's like the kind of person I described before she could be. It's like perfectly fitting eyes for her. Like looking like somewhere else, kind of like giving up, I would say. That's sad and terrifying at the same time. It can be like in thought in the many ways, I guess. Hers was not like that of a princess and her high perch. Rather, if anything, like that of the witch apprentice. Hey, I asked the girl dressed in black. Is she brusquely refilled through the drinks? Why did you come to the offline meeting? I was there. Okay. No, but when everyone was around, you didn't come. I was there. Right there, if the whole time. She pointed towards the other side of the window, when we first found Yoshi. In other words, in the bush outside the store. So, she's like basically antisocial or something, like she don't want to like... Or introvertic, maybe she's like extreme introvertic as well. There? With her face pressed against the glass? Then, what? From 11 until now, you were there the whole time? Yes, she know that. And as I started at her... started at her pale face, I thought... This girl, is she... God damn it. This girl, is she what you would call all psychotic? It was already past 2 AM. To stick to glass for 3 hours from 11 PM must have creeped out the employees. When I turned back towards her, a different waitress from before was saying something to Yoshi. Her expression was contorted in an extremely mean manner, in a much more contemptuous manner that they would show me. I stood up, having felt like I'd seen something detestable. I immediately walked towards them, declared I want a drink bar as well, and then headed straight towards the counter and grabbed a drink. I don't know why I felt so irritated. Probably it was because I felt like I'd be laughed as a fellow occult lover. I have a feeling like our main protagonist kind of fell for Yoshi. Can't blame him, she looks cool. But still, kind of creepy. I filled my glass to the brim with the iced tea, then pressed the button for iced coffee. Now then, what to do from here out? As I watched the hot iced coffee melt through the ice, I thought, I could not go home, and the countdown continued. Furthermore, I had run into heresy class occult girl from Ikanabuchi, and now for some reason I'm alone with her at a family restaurant late at night. In any way, I was it was comforting that I was not alone, but given that it was an occult girl with strange urban legends attached to her, I was left with complex emotions. You like bad coffee? When I returned to my seat, Yoshi said that. What? I asked if you like bad coffee. The coffee here is unsatisfactory. I looked at her 7 glasses again and noticed that only iced coffee had hardly been sipped. Information that you can gather beforehand should be processed before you act. Huh! I don't know, suddenly she feels like a programmer to me. I don't know why I have this little random thought. Yoshi need logic, filled words annoyed me, so I replied with some nastiness. This is kinda... I know... Oh my god, I know who she reminds me of. I know! This, like, messy hair, long hair, and this face. Sure, it's kind of creepy, but it's also cute at the same time. It's hard to describe, and these eyes. This is very hard to describe. But I don't know if this is just me, but she kind of reminds me of what was her name? It was the character from Steins Gate. From the Zero. The green haired one. My god. I know Steins Gate series so well and I still forgot her name. What the hell? Wait. Hyajo. Yeah. She kind of reminds me of Maho. I don't know. Is it just me? Now I look at this like it's not the same, but kind of vibes like her. I think I will probably put her picture somewhere here, so we can like see. Then allow me to gather information. Why did you come to today's meeting? Because I was interested. In the house that grant wishes? Why are you interested in that house? The sounds are probably just structural groans and engravings might just be my mistake, right? I said exactly what Karasu told me. In a self, the preceding manner, and Yoshi simply said of course, without any hint of retro. Then why? When I read about the house on the forum, I felt a bit of an oddity. Huh. Her low whispering tone gave me goosebumps. There are countless stories of oddities overflowing on the internet, but most of them are fake. Real ones, though, they have scent that cannot be hidden. Something hot bubbled forth from the bottom of my stomach at those words. Having a psycho believe you isn't really something to be pleased about, but I was, to be frank, happy that there was someone that was finally listen to the source of my fears. Okay, we found an ally. Indeed, that place is real. I was in shambles already, as the bottom of my shoe had been carved into. Hey, what is that? Is this a ghost? Are you the type that can see them? What do you mean by having a scent that can't be hidden? I couldn't stop myself from blurting out questions, and Yoshi stared at the glass of the orange juice as she flatly answered. First question first. It may not be a ghost. What? Next question. It's not that I can see everything. Final question. A feeling real abnormalities always have a strange sense of not fitting together. She switched out of her previous dazed posture and began talking. Strange phenomena happen. People related to it became afraid. When you investigate, you find out that someone committed suicide there. I won't say that such neatly placed together stories are all fake. What's this background? Huh. However, the real fungus stories surpass such things. This feeling, as if something important had been skipped over. Being able to fill in the gap is the single theory of the other side. In other words, what? What is that eerie sound that keeps happening at my house? Why are numbers being written? And why are they always going down? What happens to me when the numbers run out? Whoa. What a flash. I subconsciously stood up as I shouted. What's going to happen to me? The store went silent, and everyone was looking at me. Well, no shit. Like, he's like in total mental distress right now. No wonder. Like, living in some house that counting down, you got like some weird engravement on your boots suddenly, which you could feel while running, and you meet a person who's very like very weird. Like, obviously not a ghost, but very weird. Embarrassed a bit, I sat back down. However, I couldn't figure out what was going on. I didn't know what to do anymore. I was a bit ashamed of myself and scratched my head when Yoshi quietly mumbled, "You are the one that posted that." Whoa, what was that? What that change in soundtrack suddenly? I looked up and Yoshi called dark irises were mysteriously glimmering. I know that and explained it. What had just happened? Oh my god, I love soundtrack in this game. It's fitting so well. Sounds simple and it's effective as hell. We should have more horror games. Oh my god. That 4 had already arrived, and that it had been craved into my bottom of the sneakers I had been wearing myself. I explained that while trembling. How does someone crave that? Did something possess me all the way from home? I was almost in tears when I asked. And then I recoiled. She's serious. Whoa. She's looking at you. Yoshi eyes, which were once glass bead, had seems to harbor life. And then she suddenly placed a finger to my nose and said, "Hey, close your eyes." Huh? Her pretty face peered into me, gazing into my eyes. Her face had come too close to me that, to be honest, my heart started racing. Why do I have to close my eyes? Just do it. My heart thumping. I did as she said. I closed my eyes tightly. It felt like some inappropriate imagination had drifted in, so I frantically warded that away. Imagine. Her lips seems to move at the back of my eyes, commanding. You are standing in the entrance of your house. Wow. Okay, I like her character now. Oh my god. Did she like study psychiatry or something? I don't know. This is wow. Woo! What is okay, I don't know if I like it. Her frosty, yet somewhat kind voice forced me to stand before my house. As detailed as you can. Imagine yourself standing in the entrance of your house. As if controlled by those words, I imagined myself standing in that house in the darkness. Black. The sharp image of that mountain cottage, the reddish brown roof, the mountain cottage, the interior that an architect had built for himself. The walls were faded in a nice fashion and covered by vines. To the second floor, the white paint had slightly chopped off the wooden window sills. The first floor was all the garage, and the second and third floors were built as living quarters. It had no kitchen, my rented house of 30,000 yen, and at night it began making a strange sound, and the next morning a number would be curved somewhere. Is he saying this also out loud? Probably. So she wants him to like describe the events, basically. Like in the most possible detail. By imagining it. My legs began trembling, but I held them down with my hands. Alright. When you are imagining it, place your hand on the doorknob. Oh, alright. Now, open the door. Okay, there are boots. I opened the door. My shoes were sprawled out on the foyer. When I rushed out of the house, I'd kicked the leather shoes out of the way, but my feet refused to go further. I felt someone in the house, even though no one should be in. The thick, sticky air seemed to make me feel that way. No, I didn't want to step forward, even if this was just my imagination. Seemingly noticing my emotions, Yoshi said, whispering, "Don't worry. Slowly move in. Take off your shoes as usual and step in. When you step in, I don't care what order, but open every window in your house. Neatly, one by one, without leaving a single one. Windows? Why windows? This is... oh my... I like it. This is so good. I thought that, but yet I heeded her. I went by the window in the living room, unlocked it, and opened it. And then, from there to Japanese style room, I was using it as a bedroom. I unlocked and opened the window. Then, from the Japanese style room to the bathroom, opened. These backgrounds are really something else. They're very simple, covered in darkness, in some mist, giving you faint, vague idea what's going on. There's a mystery and uncertain stuff going on around. And together with this music, the bath opened. Then I progressed to the third floor. There were two on the third floor, by the veranda and then one next to my desk. I unlocked and opened both. I'm done. And now, close the windows in reverse order. Uh-huh. Close them in the order from the last one you opened. Having no other choice, I did as she said. Interesting. What's going on? Why these instructions? The window on the third floor by the desk. Veranda. Then down to the second floor and the bath. Toilet. Japanese style room. Living quarters. I closed them all. Yes, done. Now open your eyes. Said Yoshi voice, and I opened my eyes, and the light from the bright fluorescent lamps flooded into my eyes. I had paid no heed to them, but the bright pop music from within the store also came into my ears. Right, this was a family restaurant. I rubbed my eyes strongly when Yoshi asked me, "How was it?" What do you mean, how was it? What was the point of this? Oh. Was there anyone in the rooms? I love the psychology stuff she's doing. Oh my god, this is so... oh wow. I love it. My hair stood at those words. There was... oh my... oh, that creeped me out actually. Oh. That actually creeped me out. I just realized it. There was on the landing on the stairs between the second and first floors. Before reading this, I realized in the background. Oh my god. There is something. It looks like a... like... I don't know, some guy, some middle-aged man, I guess. We don't see head. Generally that creeped me out, oh my god. Especially when we had like this darken text window. It gives it like, oh my god. A middle-aged man wearing ashen-colored clothing seems to have been there. Immobile, with an empty face, he watched over my every action with his strange eyes. I could never look straight at him, but he was always appearing on the edge of my sight. What was that flash? Like, there was something. Yoshi bug eyes dazzled with some sort of happiness. There wasn't there? Why with some sort of happiness? What's to be happy about with this? Was it someone you know? I don't know. I'd never seen him before. No. Could that be? To imagine someone that I'd never met before. That house still remained thick with my mind as Yoshi's joyful voice echoed from my image. Scared? Okay, Yoshi, calm down. Holy shit, you're scaring me actually. I looked and Yoshi had come close to me, that I could feel her breath. Hey, are you feeling scared right now? Scared? Or rather, your eyes that look like they will eat everything scare me. Tell me more. What kind of person? I took a deep breath and explained as I tried to stop myself from trembling. A grey, worn suit. I didn't remember a necktie. The suit seems to be big, but that maybe have been because this man was tanned? He had white hair, and I couldn't remember the face. The hair was grown a bit long, without any hair. Yeah, true, you can see like this. I mean, it might be just a background, but this, it's kind of like hair. He wore black shoes. And Yoshi was rubbing her chin, going, ah. Okay. After some silence, and glancing about at nothing with her eyes, she looked at me once more. Hey, how about we go? What? To your house? Now? Alright. Why did this happen? It was a night with a beautiful moon, and I was dangerously pedaling the mama cycle. I passed through the residential area at the north of the train station, near the family restaurant, then continued west along the Groovy River. The Grooved River was called Shimokawa and was one of the rivers that flowed into the Tamagawa waterworks. The river gradually curved northeast and headed towards the area I lived. Every time my bike bounced off the bumpy road, Yoshi's body pressed against mine, as she sat behind me. I could feel the slight inflation of her breasts on my back through my jersey, and every so often I had misplaced thoughts of how we looked like a nice couple. Yep, probably. However, what was hanging onto my back was a psycho girl dressed entirely in black. Her arms, wrapped around my waist, were oddly cold. Aren't girls supposed to have a higher body temperature? That's not how it works. It's not how it works, you know? I'd have nothing to do with gender. Like soft, warm, and with a nice scent. However, I could hardly feel any heat from Yoshi. He was sitting at the rear of the seat of my bicycle. If it were to turn out that only I could see her, I wouldn't even be surprised. She literally ordered drinks. Come on! That's how far away from a date this night time bicycle rendezvous was. The residential area became distant, and instead came fields. The city lights became dim, and felt like the number of stars increased and the scent of grass became stronger. We're much closer to my house. Quite rural. Shut in. That was my response to Yoshi line, after some period of quiet. I don't mean it in a bad way. I didn't realize Musashino still had such a place. That's why I figured the rent would be low. I vented a bit of my feeling of self-deprecation. Oh, we have like actually animation of like riding on the bike. Houses become very sacred, and after passing by several old temples, we entered an area dense with trees. By following this narrow path, we would arrive at the house. To be honest, I don't want to go out at night. When I say that, behind me, it only happens at night. So we should go at night. That's actually true, oh my god. I like Yoshi. Oh my god, I like her. This is so good. So composed and speaking like actually facts. I wonder what they figured out. I wonder if like all of this will be like actual bullshit and they will like discover what's actually happening, or this is like something actually hunted and this is like actually like more on the fictional side of the stories. Because it at this point it can go two ways. It can go into like more into fictional side, or it can go into more into like realistic side. You know? Yoshi readily replied, a very sound argument. For a while, we remained wordless until Yoshi asked, "What was your wish?" Oh yeah, how's that grant wishes? Huh? Because you are a painstaking living in the house that grant wishes, aren't you? Painstakingly, or rather, I just had no money. I wonder if this is the countdown that tells you make your wish until the time is up or something. Maybe when it like counts to 0, then your wish will like never come to fruition basically. Huh. So maybe it's not a bad thing. Maybe it just means that you will not be grant wish. Nothing special. I hope that my family business will go well. That's all. Oh, okay. That's very simple. I answered. Surprisingly, you think of your family. She commented without giving any trace of emotion. Surprisingly, it's pretty harsh. I began replying, but then we saw the house beyond the Black Forest. That. Yeah. Looking over it again, I was amazed at how I rented such a house. Looking at it now, no matter who looked at it, it looked completely like a haunted house. Damn. Yeah. Old houses at night? That's scary stuff. As I slid the mama cycle into the first floor garage, Yoshi jumped off the rear seat of the bike. When she pressed the switch on the steel column, the light on the ceiling of the garage turned on. That was all it took to reduce my fear. Yoshi began walking about on her own, looking at the building from several angles. Magnificent building, she said, and then began walking ahead of me. She climbed the stairs to the entrance of the second floor. Not having another choice, I placed the foot on the stairs. Did he just heard stuff that could not go any further? I have a feeling like this guy have just some like mental problems or something. I have a feeling like he's the only one who can hear these things in this house. As for Yoshi, she quickly climbed the stairs, opened the door without permission, and glanced inside. Right. Now that I think about it, I flew out without locking the door. That means I left it unlocked for several days, which was very careless of me. Yeah, it could be like people inside now. I was just looking up from the bottom of the stairs. It was pretty shameful, but I'm the one that experienced the fear. I'd say it's perfectly normal for an animal to not want to get any closer unless safety is ensured. How is it? dark? Well, of course. And with that, Yoshi quickly went inside. Oh, there's the entrance that we saw in his memory. I was afraid of being left at the bottom of the stairs, so I rushed after Yoshi. When I opened the entrance door, the inside was already lit with electricity. Yoshi stood straight next to the lamp switch, glancing around from the ceilings to the walls. So we are doing some like actual investigation in the haunted house now. Yeah, she have pretty long hair. That's true. Light is great. I felt calmed by it, being bright to the point of not knowing whenever those creepy happenings were reality. When I was about to take off my shoes at the foyer, I saw that Yoshi knee-high boots had already been taken off neatly. She might surprisingly be well-to-do, I thought, but then it struck me. That comes to think of it, we hadn't even properly introduced ourselves. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, it's Belted, but... I turned towards Yoshi and said, I go by Nagi online. My real name is Yamada Nagito. I'm freshman at university this spring. Okay, some introduction time, huh? She didn't turn around. She nodded, and then said, I'm Yoshi. Isn't that a handle? Wrong. My surname is Mitsurugi. Not that it matters. Huh, so her real name is actually Yoshi, so it's Mitsurugi Yoshi. Or Yoshi Mitsurugi, actually. Oh, actually, yeah. Other way around. Sorry. Mitsurugi Yoshi. She continued being odd. She used her real name online, and then didn't care for her surname. Wasn't the wall toilet? That was 7, I think? I think that's Nana. I'm not sure, I'm bad at kanji. If it would be in katakana or hiragana, that would be better for me. Or was it 5? No, it's 7, I think. However, as if to say it was a waste of time, she asked that. And so I pointed to the far end of the second floor. Yoshi silently went there. Without hesitating, she opened the door, turned the light, and peered in. I quietly followed. Right? It looks like letter 7, right? It's not a schema, right? I said to Yoshi back. You know the words such as schema? She replied, as if being condescending? Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm an occult maniac. That was a lie. It was information I just received. Yeah, pretty much. Like, you are probably not that much into occults, actually. In a state where you received a specific set of information, when you see a meaningless figure, your brain follows the information to create a suboptimal schematic. That is schema. In cognitive science, but this is without a doubt 7, even if I see it that way. Yoshi said, not caring for my words as she traced her fingers over engraving. Well, it was like determining that it wasn't scheme solved in anything. If anything, it made things worse. I don't think like Yoshi is actually very, very intelligent person. I swear she must be like some kind of like science class and actually like shut down. Like she's like living in the internet and at the same time she's like very intelligent. This kind of character. This was truly a deliberately written 7. Then someone wrote that in the house. Or rather, something. And that was in my house. Yeah, the problem is 6 was near the bath. Having finished serving 7, Yoshi went across the hall to the bathroom, to the toilet, turned to the light, then opened the door. She placed her face right next to the symbol engraved into the window sill. When I followed behind Yoshi, I smelled something odd. Truth be told, it'd been bothering me since I met Yoshi, but now that I was in an enclosure space with her, it would become clear. Are you wearing some sort of perfume? Wow, what a strange question in current situation, actually. Yoshi wordlessly shook her head. No, but this smell. And then I realized what that smell was. I'd smelled it in rooms during middle school. A sour, nose-cooling smell, as if something was rotting. I totally understand this is a rude thing to ask a girl. I pinched my nose as he asked, when did you last take a bath? Oh my god. Are you serious? Oh my god. What the fuck is this question? And then Yoshi turned around and looked at me quizzically. And then she looked at the ceiling. And when she seems like she was searching through distant memories, I had a bad feeling. What do you have to think about it? I don't quite remember. Maybe last month? Oh. Maybe she's homeless. What the hell? Take a bath. A bath. This is a bathroom. That's not what I mean. Do you not take showers? Can you clean your hair? What does that have to do with this number is going down? Yeah. Yoshi seems completely bewildered as she asked me, what? Come on. I'd heard about that girls and I know French royalty were famous for never taking a bath. But this is contemporary Japan. Do high school girls that don't take bath for a month exist? Pretty much not. What you say lacks reason, she said flatly, and then peered closely at the windows still again. Okay, new theory. She's actually homeless. She's a homeless person. She probably like escaped her home or something. And she then went into the occult stuff. This is about a mistake. 5. And then she turned around and asked, how about 4? She really had no interest in anything other than the paranormal. I sighed and hesitantly guided her. No, wait, that was 7, 6, 5, 4. Yeah. That was on the landing towards the 3rd floor. That was where the middle-aged man I didn't know was standing during the suspected association game Yoshi had made me play earlier. I didn't want to follow her there, so I just gestured over there. Yoshi wordlessly climbed the stairs and then leaned towards the wall. Huh. That looks like 4-2, huh? However, Yoshi didn't immediately answer. Instead, taking a mini light from her pocket, shined at the letter and looked around it. I think it's 4. Wait, but 4 was on his like sneaker, so am I counting wrong? They went to one room, it was 7, the bathroom. Oh wait, it's 5. They had only 2 numbers. What the fuck? There's something wrong. Whoa. Whoa. That might be a thumbnail for the series. Yeah, I'm recording it before like everything, I guess. check if it like... Oh, wait, what? Okay, that works. Yeah, because I didn't have a thumbnail. What's odd? I was about to ask. Are you alright? What happened? Suddenly Yoshi vomited. She didn't do anything cute like place a hand to her mouth in an effort to hold it back, but rather standing tall with her arms folded, she boldly vomited, which definitely made me stay back. Used to vomiting, that's how it seems, and I completely saw it through. Dripping vomit. Sparkling intense fluid. The remnants of the orange juice she'd been drinking. What the fuck? Okay, that's... Okay. 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 Doesn't take baths, takes vomits out in the open, and loves the occult and wears coats during the spring? A psychotic girl. However, I finally noticed the psychotic girl that seems to be staggering a bit. Hey, are you alright? I ran to her and began rubbing her back, as she powerlessly nodded, then wiped her mouth. There was vomit on the landing, but she resumed conversing as if nothing ever had happened. This is so weird. I thought it was strange since you wrote your post. I wonder why the countdown began from 7. Oh, so we counted from... She checked from like 5, I think? Okay, never mind, so this was 5, 6, 7. Okay, never mind. Huh? Normally, countdowns should start from... Yeah, 10 and then... or 9. Yeah, that's weird that it started from 7. But we had this weird story about you, actually, that I will die in 7 countdowns? How should I know? I mean, ghosts are scary because you don't know what they're thinking. How would a human like me know something like that? Began counting down from 7? Wrong. The paranormal have no rules. But the other side has intentions as befitting on the other side. Yoshi said as climbed to the stairs. I had no choice but to follow. As if to say there must be 4 and 3, I guess? Somewhere? Yoshi turned on the lights to the 3rd floor and began peering at the walls. Her posture, as she crawled upon all fours, scampering along the walls, was both creepy and comical. Afterwards, Yoshi began mumbling to herself and didn't respond to me, so I gave up and went back to the 2nd floor. This is so weird. This is really phenomenal. This is phenomenal stuff. Paranormal. I poured water from the sink next to the toilet into the bucket and threw a rag in. Yeah. After all, this is my house. And while I couldn't forget the hollow face of the middle-aged man I saw at the family restaurant, I tried not to think about it. And cleansed up the vomit. Why does vomit smell so bad? Someone it always entices you to vomit to. Somehow it always entices you to vomit to. Yeah. Drink it back so it won't get wasted. You just imagined that, didn't you? And it was irritating that the one who vomited seems to not care at all. As if it was obvious that it would be my job to clean after her. Hey, did you not eat? There's only liquid in this. I said with a bit of nasty tone. But Yoshi, who would come back down from the third floor, simply mumbled that there was no, I don't know, 4 and 3 anywhere. I snapped at her, total depressed reaction. I said there was none, but she ignored my command and began looking at the walls on the second floor. Half exasperated, I watched over her as I went down to second floor with the rack and bucket. I mean, you have... So maybe she's looking for 3 and 2, I think? I don't know. Kanji is bad. I need to learn kanji. Then I look at the clock and ask her, hey, are you right being out late at this hour? Yeah, I have a feeling like she's a homeless and she don't have money for food. So she basically just probably ordered like some free drinks or something. Because she had no money. Of course, that was pretty belated, given that it was almost 3 a.m. If I were her parents, I'd be beside myself with anger. I hope you called home before coming out at this whole hour. I mean, I know it's my fault this is happening, but parents are always worried. Yeah, about that. I always thought my parents were annoying when I was at home, but once you go away, you feel gracious for it. Yeah. I have a feeling like we know what's going to happen. However, she wasn't listening to my lecture. Oh, or she can just ignore you, okay. I noticed that she was completely immobile, staring at a single point. Oh, did she find a number? What is it? I asked, but she didn't move. She stood, still frozen like a mannequin. I stood behind Yoshi and looked where she was looking. That was where Yoshi had vomited. And exactly where the middle-aged man was standing in my imagination that I only knew about. Well, wait a second. Who are you staring much with? When I placed a hand on her shoulder, she twitched, as if a curse had been lifted. And then she whispered, even so softly, I see. When she turned around, her face was filled with joy. I could tell by a slight blush creeping into her pale face that she was excited. Hey, did you notice? What? But Yoshi didn't respond, instead turning her on her heel and heading towards the foyer. Hey, wait! Let's get out! She quickly put on her deep black boots and then walked straight out of the entrance. I hurriedly put my sneakers and chased after her. I tried not to look inside as I turned off the light and closed the door and remembered to lock it this time. I stuck close by Yoshi as she staggered down the stairs. When we walked near where the mama cycle was parked, inside the garage, Yoshi looked up the building once more and said, This building was very interesting. What are you talking about? Under the stairs to the third floor. Under the stairs? There's a meaningless space. Uh-oh. I think I know where this is going. Maybe I don't know, but what if, like, so she found out that there's a hollow space under the stairs, probably by just walking on the stairs, and she could hear that. Maybe there's like, that's why there was maybe a stench. What if there's like a corpse inside his house? What the actual fuck? The moment I felt a chill travel down my spine. I see. The eeriness that I'd felt all along about this house, I finally understood it. Indeed, it had always felt something was odd about this house. And that was the area under the stairs, which I could never reach. You couldn't enter the space under the stairs from either the outside or inside the house. You hear about places that don't open sometimes. That was similar in that we don't know what was inside. And look at this. Yoshi pointed at the mailbox by the stairs in front of the first floor. My full name was written in a piece of paper, the size of a business card, and 3 lines had been carved in as if to overwrite my name. It was unmistakable. Whoa! Oh my god! The effects! The effects! Oh my god! 3. The countdown continued. Yoshi placed her face almost right into the engravings and mumbled happily. This place is real! But I said with a hollow voice, I'm my limit. Whoa. And this is the next chapter. This is the last chapter. Fall. Wait, what? This new apartment was fantastic, so he changed the apartments? Okay. Well, we'll see in the next episode what this is about. What this thing is all about. That was such a good investigation. I'm so interested in Yoshi character. I'm invested into the story now. That was great. I wonder what will happen next. It seems like he finally figured out a way out. Saved some money and actually moved out to some better place. I wonder if Yoshi will find him. Maybe they still are in contact, maybe not, I don't know. That was very interesting story, and like, I mean, it's still an interesting story because we're still not finished, but yeah. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. I'm not going to do any long outros or anything, so yeah. We'll see. Maybe next episode will end us finish the story. I don't know how long this chapter is. Maybe it will take 2 episodes. It depends. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for joining for today's episode. Thank you for listening to me. And I will see you in the next one. So for now, Pocket Watch is going out.